Hello everyone, in today's video we are going to see about EIA methodologies. So what are these methodologies is for every environmental impact assessment. That means whenever we are going to conduct any assessment, we have to follow certain rules and conditions, and based on those rules and conditions only, we will have the authority to whether approve the project or reject the project. So how can we just listen the idea and approve or reject the project is, so we will not just listen their idea, we will just follow some strategies to make sure that that particular project is not occurring any consequences, or it is not causing any problems to the environment. So all those problems, all those analysis, those things will be observed by these methods. I'll tell you a basic example. For example, if you're going for a shopping, so what you will do before going to the shop, you will just make a checklist of all the items which you have to buy. So after buying something, for example one item, you'll just strike it off or you just mark it as done. So the same thing here also. In each method there will be certain things and certain rules or certain conditions and certain statements. So based on those statements and conditions and rules, you will make sure that that particular project is not causing any harm to the environment. So all these methods are just for analyzing the environmental consequences only, like if we execute that project or if we implement that project, what are the things we have to face in the end. So all these methods are same, I mean the goal of these methods are same, but only it varies how they execute, how they differ. So let's see ad hoc method now. Ad hoc method, so in this team what happens is a team of professionals or team of environmental agencies or committees and experts, all they gather and they will take this ad hoc method as a basic prototype, and then based on that prototype details they will find the environmental impacts of the proposed project. So the prototype will be same for all the projects, only based on your experience, based on your training and based on your knowledge, you will make sure that okay, this particular project is causing some severe consequences or middle consequences or very less consequences. So let's see ad hoc method now, and this is a prototype for the highway project, and this is how you will do for the ad hoc method. You'll have this complete box, and you'll have this set of rows and columns, and based on the impact area which is mentioned here, and you have to make sure that that particular impact is causing no effect or positive effect or negative effect or adverse, beneficial, problematic, it's a short term or long term, or it's reversible or irreversible. So for just a small thing you have to make sure that all these things you will be studying. That means, for example, this is a highway project, right? So if we are in executing a particular highway project, they will take the location details and they'll check whether the wildlife will be affected if we construct a highway there. So for example, in that location there is no wildlife area only, so what happens, you'll just mark it as no effect. For example, if you are constructing a highway near the forest, so what happens if the forest is cut down, then animals will face a severe consequences, so then we will have a negative effect, so you'll just mark with here. Okay, this is how you will build the ad hoc method. And whatever I wrote here, impact area, so these are just sample ones. I mean, I did not include all those things, just for your understanding I have included few: wildlife, endangered species, natural vegetation, natural drainage, groundwater, noise. Okay, just as I explained wildlife here, the same thing they'll calculate for everything after the calculation, and then they will revise all these things and then they will make a decision. Okay, and now let's see drawbacks of this. So this method will take a lot of time to execute, first thing, because every member in the team will have this one complete list, and based on their experience and knowledge they will mark the is it is no effect or negative effect or something like that. So based on the, after taking all the sheets from different members, they have to analyze again each and every member sheet. Okay, after taking, then they will just analyze the major things, I mean how many of them has given no effect, negative effect, like that. Then they will make a decision for one row. That means, for example, for wildlife, if two members given no effect and one member given negative effect and one member gave no effect, then they will analyze why it is negative effect and why it is no effect. Then after listening to their statements and based on the majority and based on their explanation, they will make sure that the complete final thing will be no effect or negative effect. So that long process will take much time and it will not include all the topics as well. So we might miss few impact areas as well, and this is difficult to identify. Those impact areas also very difficult to identify, and this method is considered as a poor for identification and prediction and analysis of the impacts. Okay, thank you.